Hello everyone, welcome to MJK Blog. Today we bring to you the developing stories across the globe. Let's dive in. US LNG producers are poised to capitalize as the Iran conflict drives global gas prices skyward.
In the wake of escalating military action in the Middle East, U.S. liquefied natural gas (LNG) exporters are moving swiftly to take advantage of dramatic price surges in key international markets. The conflict, sparked by U.S. and Israeli strikes on Iranian targets beginning late February, has triggered retaliatory attacks that have severely disrupted energy infrastructure across the region, sending shockwaves through global energy supplies. QatarEnergy, the world's largest LNG producer, announced a full halt to production at its massive Ras Laffan facility following Iranian drone strikes on March 2nd. The attacks targeted key sites in Ras Laffan Industrial City and Maysaid, forcing an immediate shutdown of operations that account for roughly 20% of global LNG output. This comes amid broader disruptions, including precautionary halts at Saudi Aramco's Ras Tanura refinery after drone strikes and temporary closures of Israeli gas fields. Shipping through the Strait of Hormuz, a vital choke point handling about 1/5 of the world's seaborne oil and a significant share of LNG, has nearly ground to a halt. Major shipping firms have suspended transits, rerouting vessels or anchoring outside the strait amid Iranian threats to target passing ships. The result, a near-total cutoff of Qatari LNG cargoes, which heavily supply Asia, especially China and Europe. The market response has been immediate and severe. European benchmark prices on the Dutch TTF hub surged as much as 50 to 54% in a single day, reaching levels reminiscent of the 2022 Russia-Ukraine energy crisis. Asian spot LNG prices followed suit with sharp gains, while U.S. Henry Hub natural gas futures rose more modestly, around 3.5–7%, creating a massive arbitrage opportunity for American exporters. U.S. LNG producers, already operating at near full capacity as the world's top exporter, are rushing to redirect cargoes toward Europe and Asia, where desperate buyers face acute shortages. The wide price differential makes U.S.-sourced LNG highly competitive and profitable despite domestic abundance from shale plays. Industry analysts note that while short-term export surges are limited by existing terminal constraints, the situation underscores America's growing role as a swing supplier in global gas markets. Higher international prices could boost revenues for U.S. firms like Cheniere Energy, ExxonMobil, and others with export projects, though they may also contribute to gradual upward pressure on domestic electricity and heating costs over time. Broader energy impacts continue to unfold. Brent crude climbed 7 to 13% to around $78 to $82 per barrel, with fears of prolonged disruption potentially pushing it toward $100. U.S. gasoline prices are already edging higher, with a national average approaching or exceeding $3 per gallon in some regions, and further increases likely if the conflict persists. The trajectory remains uncertain. President Trump's administration has indicated the campaign against Iran could extend for weeks, while Gulf states lobby for a swift resolution to avoid deeper economic fallout. For now, the energy shock highlights vulnerabilities in global supply chains and positions the U.S. as a key beneficiary amid the chaos. Stay tuned to MJK Blog for updates on this fast-moving story and its implications for Nigeria's own energy sector and global markets.